To some, Floyd is Money Mayweather. To others, he is simply the greatest boxing superstar of his generation.
He ultimately changed his nickname from Pretty Boy to Money.
Money, power, respect. It's not hard to figure out what he is after.
Very quick, lightning fast.
Somebody who so disgusted you with his flossing and beyond.
I've already made somewhere upwards of 800 million.
It's not the money, it's the money.
Last year alone, Mayweather earned close to $100 million.
All the flash to Floyd Money Mayweather.
Making him #1 on Sports Illustrated's list of the world's richest athletes. Where is it from?
Can I ask how much?
18 million.
What?
Whoa! $18 million on your wrist? That's insane.
It's a one-on-one.
Well, it better be a one-on-one for $18 million.
He convinced you to pay to watch somebody else try to beat him up.
Boom, perfect timing.
A little bit.
Yeah, I have a picture of, this is from Instagram. You're on what looks like a private plane, just with a hole.
No, my private plane.
Your private plane, sorry.
I have a lot of problems with money, and is not one of my problems.
I've changed not just the sport of boxing, but sports, period.
Floyd was raised in the gyms of Grand Rapids, Michigan.
7 of us living in a 1-bedroom. No lights, no heat. Never cried, never complained.
He was molded in his father's image. A successful fighter in his own right, Floyd Mayweather Sr. laid the groundwork that led to Floyd becoming a world champion at age 21.
My dad going out there, when I lived with my dad in Michigan, my dad going out there, taking chances, hustling to put food on the table.
Making his professional debut, introducing Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather.
At age 19, Floyd would fight his first professional bout.
By him being a pro, he wants to be successful so that when his father comes out of jail, he'll be able to lift up his dad so that his father won't be eating bologna sandwiches.
Pretty Boy Floyd and Money Mayweather. It's like two different fighters, really. Pretty Boy Floyd was better and he was more on his feet.
It's a blood sport, and usually fighters wind up broke and punch drunk. And Floyd Mayweather flipped the script.
For the winner, by knockout in his professional debut, Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather.
A child prodigy, Floyd was throwing jabs and working the bag before he could walk.
His father and his uncle Roger, both well-regarded pros.
Mayweather comes from a family of fighters and boxers, and they raised their son and nephew from the time he was in the crib throwing jabs and left hooks with rattles.
All I can say is, I guess it's in the blood.
Floyd Sr. suffered a wound to the leg that prematurely ended his professional boxing career. His energy quickly shifted toward making a champion of his infant son.
2 or 3 years old, his dad used to take him and bring him in the gym and hold him up, hit the speed bag.
And when Floyd Jr. was a kid, his father used to put him on his shoulders and help him hit the speed bag. He says, when my dad comes out of jail, I'll be there for him. I'll put him on my shoulders.
And down goes Ayala, and referee Chuck Haskins gonna put an end to this one.
Under his father's tutelage, Floyd quickly rose through the amateur ranks, baptized into the family business.
He won the National Senior Golden Gloves. He was only 15, 16 years old.
And of course, the coveted gold glove he's wearing right here. An amazing feat when you consider this was little Floyd's first amateur tournament.
First, I want to thank the good men upstairs for giving me this opportunity to win the national championship. And second of all, I want to thank my father.
My dad was real hard on me, I couldn't make no mistakes. You know, if I make a mistake, you know, my dad, you know, kind of, you know, cuss me out. No pain, no gain. See, that's something that I installed in him. Whether he said it or not, it's something that I installed in him.
You know, you talk about somebody like Floyd, he's had his dad fight and his uncle fight before him. To where he's like refined the process so much that...
All right, you shouldn't last much longer now.
It's damn near perfect, you know what I mean?
And Mayweather comes back with rights, and Giefer will go down, and
that's it.
Joe Cortez says that'll do.
The winner by knockout victory, his record now 6-0, 5 KOs.
And this one is over.
With a drug-addicted mother and a father who was in and out of trouble, chaos and conflict were embedded in Floyd's blood. Shortly after Floyd's Golden Gloves victory, his father was arrested. He would be sentenced to 5.5 years.
You know, he sacrificed everything for me. My dad went to prison, and I had to become a man at 16.
I go down there thinking he in my corner.
Without his father, Floyd entered the 1996 Atlanta Olympics. He would win a bronze medal. Many believe Floyd was robbed of his victory.
I thought that Floyd Mayweather was the outstanding pro prospect in the entire Olympic Games.
Well, he certainly has a great pedigree, of course. His uncle Roger, who's in his corner, was a two-time world champion. His father, Floyd, was a professional, and his brother, Jeff, is still an active
Because it
pro.
really is a big factor that Floyd had his dad, who was a world-class fighter, who fought Sugar Ray Leonard, and his uncle Roger was the Black Mamba.
His uncle Roger, once was known as the Black Mamba and also as the Mexican Assassin, is training him right now.
Top by Mayweather.
Well, I don't study my opponents because I just adjust and adapt once I get inside that square circle.
Mayweather had laid waste to his first 17 opponents.
The ability that I'm blessed with is that I can adjust and adapt once I get inside that square circle.
Mayweather was okay with playing the part of the Black Hat, a villain, the bad guy.
Some guys you love, some guys you hate. That's what sells tickets. And I'm here to sell tickets. You know, I'm a performer. That's what I do. I sell myself. I don't need nobody to sell me. I can sell myself. Some love you, some hate you. But I love myself.
Mayweather's insane competitiveness and drive for an eternal legacy has blossomed into a relentless style of 24-hour-a-day, on-call training.
And here's another thing that Floyd has going for him. Conditioning.
Unfathomable.
He's always in tremendous shape. Always. Just always in shape.
Dedication, hard work. Dedication, hard work.
Most athletes adhere to strict workout schedules. Floyd, however, is not most athletes. He works out up to 4 times a day at unpredictable hours. Mayweather believes he gains a competitive and psychological edge by training while his opponents are sleeping. He now faced Hernandez in the first title fight of his career. Hernandez was the super featherweight champion in 1998.
He gets in the ring with Genaro Hernandez, who is a very good fighter, and completely dominant.
I want a good, clean fight. Touch gloves, let's go to Floyd Mayweather is seen by many as the most brilliant defender in the sport.
Oh, what a vicious uppercut by Floyd Mayweather.
Generally, it takes years to get a fighter to do the things that he's doing.
Is that the end of the game? Your brother says...
Rudy Hernandez stops the fight.
He is now the undefeated WBC Super Featherweight Champion of the world, Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather.
joy.
At the age of 21, Mayweather was a world champion. He was now the youngest title holder in pro boxing.
I think Mayweather may be one of the best natural fighters around.
He's a total package. This is one of the best fighters of his generation.
Mayweather had established himself as one of boxing's rising stars.
Mayweather with a right over the top, stuns Manfredi. Pounding. This one's gonna be stopped too.
His sole motivation is that he wants to retire undefeated. In a multiple champion in 5-6 different weight classes. And go down as the best ever to do it.
His domination continued.
He is a magician. He's not a technician. He's a magician.
Following this fight, Mayweather, citing too much pressure from his father to achieve perfection as well as a natural chemistry with his uncle, fired Floyd Sr. as both his manager and trainer. Father was out. Uncle was in.
He think he could talk to fighters any type of way. He's not going to talk to me any type of way.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. was trained at the beginning of his professional career by his father, Floyd Mayweather. Ultimately, they didn't get along at all. So Uncle Roger Mayweather was brought in to become the trainer instead.
Everything he got, I got it. Everything he giving people, I did it for him. His daddy did it for him. He's going to be the best in the world, and he is. And he is because of his daddy, not nobody else. Let's get that clear.
Now he's trained by his uncle Roger, who also shepherded the early part of his professional career. Roger was more of an offensive fighter.
With Floyd Sr. removed from the training process, the emphasis on defense was lessened in favor of a more aggressive, fan-pleasing style.
You know, in a 21-year career, you put him in front of me, and I beat him.
Mayweather displaying his speed, quickness, and a little bit of power here.
When you talk about the gate, I'm at the top. When you're talking about landing on the highest percentage, I'm at the top. And when you're talking about making the most money, we ain't got to talk about that. We already know who at the top.
When he was moving up in weight, you got to remember, he started at the lightweight. When he was fighting Diego Corrales was a knockout artist. Floyd steps in the ring with him, knocks him down 6 or 7 different times.
Knockdown of Corrales' career. Another mark of what a performance it's been.
For all his gifts, Mayweather did have a weakness: brittle hands.
And when it hurt, he said the first time it happened to him, he could never experience that kind of pain.
And this is going to be called a knockdown against Floyd Mayweather. 7.
In the 6th round, Mayweather injured his left hand in what would go down as the first official knockdown of Floyd's career.
Mayweather Jr. says, my right hand is killing me. You see him wincing.
Able to overcome the injury, Floyd secured the win.
By unanimous decision and still the undefeated.
Brittle hands, a condition that plagues many fighters.
We're talking about the difficulties that befall the hands of boxers, especially the fists of hard punchers.
He receives this wax treatment on his hands multiple times a week.
Because hand problems threaten the career of Floyd Mayweather Jr.
One of many regimens he goes through weekly in order to keep his hands healthy.
Floyd's hands were so bad it looked like he was going to have to retire at one point.
Yeah, what did he wind up doing about that?
He got
Did
some
he get some
crazy,
surgery?
yeah, he got some crazy good surgery.
In his very first appearance at this weight level, Mayweather, who had difficulty making 130, enters the ring unofficially at a weight of 138.5.
Tonight, the challenger, he's the reigning super featherweight world champion, Pretty Boy, Floyd Mayweather. Presenting the reigning and defending WBC lightweight champion of the world, Jose Luis Temible.
Mayweather went up in weight to face the WBC lightweight champion.
Floyd went through a big transition of his own. If you go back to the early parts of his career and you watch when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, he was a much more aggressive fighter, and he would put himself in danger.
Mayweather's so quick and elusive.
Sometimes he can make punching look like poetry.
Straight right hand by Castillo.
Mayweather is complaining of low blows.
But despite flashes of genius, he struggled past Jose Luis Castillo to claim the lightweight crown.
Mayweather has all he can handle.
For the winner by unanimous decision and new lightweight champion of the world, the undefeated Pretty Boy, Floyd Mayweather.
So are you suggesting that you think, given the fact that a lot of people here believe that he won the fight, that you think you should give him a rematch?
If you want a rematch, we can do it again.
Whatever magic he had summoned in their first fight was gone.
Can Castillo take the crown back from the unbeaten Floyd Mayweather?
Mayweather imposed his will.
As the bell goes, Mayweather knows he's won the fight, I think. Climbs up onto the ropes, says no controversy this time.
They loved to hate him. More importantly, they paid to hate him.
You run in the mornings? No, I run at night. I run at night. Go for a long run at night. Then go to the fitness gym. Then you got to sit in the hot tub. Then you got to get a massage every day.
Floyd has no problem with accepting and embracing the villain role.
And so long as it drove pay-per-view sales, Floyd has no problem being the bad man they wanted him to be.
Pretty Boy, Floyd Mayweather.
It's great to want to be great. Floyd Mayweather believes he is, and many observers also believe that. Gotti wants to find out if he...
Mayweather had a point to prove against Gotti in 2005. In his first pay-per-view appearance, Floyd staked his claim to the title of boxing's pound-for-pound best.
Terrell Gotti was a horrific
massacre.
He was executing him. No business being in the ring with him.
It's been a landslide for Floyd Mayweather. This is humiliating.
Come on, baby. No, look at me. Your eyes closed. Your eyes closed. Come on.
Still undefeated Pretty Boy, Floyd Mayweather.
38 fights, 38 wins, titles in 5 weight classes. But nothing elevated his name more than his 2007 showdown with the Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya.
Oscar was the pay-per-view star.
But finally, when I got free and became my own boss, I done things my way.
Just what I've learned, he's still the same little brat that I mentioned he was. I mean, nothing's new.
Hi, my name Oscar De La Hoya. I'm gonna do this. You ain't gonna do.
Mr. Mark Anthony.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
It was the sports showdown of the year. De La Hoya was the biggest draw in boxing.
The Golden Boy, Oscar De La
He finally chooses to leave his dressing room, and instantly the crowd inside the arena sees on big screens that he has donned a Mexican sombrero and will apparently walk to the ring accompanied by Mexican music.
Their boos rained down.
Mayweather lusts after De La Hoya's stardom. De La Hoya lusts after Mayweather's status.
Next is Oscar, Oscar, Oscar. You can expect a lot of that as long as he's still in the fight. There are the body shots, and there is a sustained attack. Right hand counters of Floyd Mayweather. He's so quick and slinky with his right hand. LOE goes back to work chopping wood.
Twice now we've heard Roger Mayweather say he's going to get tired, he's going to get tired, we'll get him later in the fight.
Mayweather's win over De La Hoya earned him his 6th title and smashed pay-per-view records.
And new WBC Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Pretty Boy, Floyd Mayweather.
The match would lift Mayweather to levels of fame reached by very few fighters.
Forbes magazine reported that you are the world's highest paid athlete.
From Dancing with the Stars to mingling with Obama, Pretty Boy Floyd has become a household name.
Right, tonight, what round was it? Round 4. I think you saw more action in these 4 rounds than you saw value for money in Floyd's whole career. I'll just leave it at that.
2 undefeated champions. The Hatton fight sold out in less than an hour.
Let's get ready for Floyd Mayweather versus Ricky Hatton.
The crowd was almost entirely pro-Hatton. The rich, powerful, and famous all flocked to the event.
A diverse and star-studded celebrity group.
Honey, you think KFC's still open? My man.
Wesley Snipes just on the other side of Denzel here. Brad Pitt and Angelina.
The undefeated fighting pride of Manchester, England, Ricky Hitman Hatton.
He was beating up popular, good fighters, and he was unpopular with most people, actually.
Pretty Boy Floyd, a.k.a. Money Mayweather.
But they paid to see him lose, and that was his stated strategy behind the scenes, and then later on he admitted it.
Watching Floyd Mayweather fight, feast your eyes.
Floyd Mayweather's on a completely different planet.
It was a clinic. Mayweather embarrassed Hatton, KOing the undefeated fighter in the 10th round.
Well, he's one of the great pure boxers who ever lived. He has never cheated himself. He always was in condition. He had no off nights.
Floyd Mayweather is the best boxer in the world.
6-time world champion, 5 different weight classes, 20 championship fights. I fought the best from all over the world, from De La Hoya to Ricky Hatton, and the list goes on and on. I have nothing else to prove.
21 months ago, Floyd Mayweather was considered the best fighter in boxing. Can he make us believe that is still the case tonight?
My last fight with Marquez, went 12 rounds. I had to shake off the cobwebs because, you know, I was retired for 2 years.
Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard came back from layoffs successfully, and they did, but they were never quite the same.
The punching stats told a tale of utter domination.
There's a knockdown on Olympia. Excellent left hook.
Mayweather landed 59% of his punches.
I haven't saw Marquez land maybe about 2 or 3 clean punches in the entire fight.
Marquez landed only 12%.
Shutting everything down. He just became this defensive wizard.
Said earlier it's like 2 cobras squaring off. So far it's been more like a cobra and his prey.
He
is the king of serpents.
Brilliant combination by Mayweather. Superb.
What a performance by Floyd Mayweather.
What a return to the sport. 21 months off, and he's better than ever.
He is back. He will be 40-0.
Let me ask you about the selection of Marquez as the opponent. It seems that...
The thing is this. I'm going to do the talk because you do too much talking. The thing is this.
All right, Jim.
Let me do the talking then.
Jim.
Okay, then. Put it back down.
I really...
This was a cover from 1999. We're going back 11 years now.
In 2010, he faced off against Sugar Shane Mosley.
You've tried everything you could to get Pacquiao in the ring. You agreed to everything he wanted, and they wouldn't even talk to you. Floyd is going to fight you. What does that mean about Floyd?
During this 4-fight stretch, Mayweather would battle one future Hall of Fame opponent after the next.
It's not every day when two excellent fighters clash.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Only been like hit solid, maybe 7-8 times his whole career.
I saw once when he got a little rocked by Shane
Mosley. Yeah.
There's a hard right hand. And that may be the hardest punch that Floyd Mayweather has taken in recent years. Mosley's loosening up. The crowd is coming alive. And we've got to fight for a moment here. Mosley.
Sugar Shane Mosley hit him in the second round.
Another big right hand. Mayweather's knees buckled on the second right hand.
I saw Floyd go to the stool, sit down, sit back up, and come out there and pick them apart.
He's the greatest great of all time. Meaning, like, I think he's better at boxing than Stephen Hawking is at astrophysics.
Harold, how do you have it presented? Look at you, 58, 56, 4 rounds to 2. Floyd Mayweather. Jim, I tell you, he gets off first, he blinds you with that left jab, and then he puts that straight right hand in there like an arrow.
And watching him take away your life.
Yeah.
Like, I like to see him take away a fighter's confidence.
Floyd Mayweather's skill level, Floyd Mayweather's conditioning, Floyd Mayweather's application to the sport is at this moment unique. And he stands alone.
Mayweather was returning after a 16-month layoff to face Ortiz.
Mayweather, Dave, gets the back end of this pay-per-view money, so he can make as much as $50 million from this fight. I think his official purse is $25 million, but certainly he's going to make 30, 40, maybe even $50 million. So this guy is that big of an attractor. He never carries himself like he has any fear. He's super confident.
He dominated from the start, showing no signs of rust. During the 4th round, after being schooled by Floyd,
Watch the head, and then flip your headbutt.
Ortiz launched into an illegal headbutt, bloodying Mayweather's lip.
Lunge forward with his head. Time is recovered, and it wasn't intentional. That really hurts Ortiz.
The dirty move drew the ire of the crowd. When the action resumed, Ortiz motioned to embrace Floyd, forgetting the most fundamental of all boxing rules: protect yourself at all times.
Mayweather makes him pay. What a rookie mistake there by Ortiz. It's up to 7 and 8. He's not going to make it. 9 and 10.
Just protect yourself at all times. He done something dirty. We're not here to cry and complain about.
You don't hang out in the kill zone with Floyd Mayweather. Now, I find no fault with what Mayweather did. Once he says time is back in, no matter where he's looking, time is back in, and that's the key.
Floyd. Money. Mayweather.
The night of my fight with Cotto,
We saw some things tonight that as vintage Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather, I believe, has won this WBA Super Welterweight Championship in fine style.
Leading up until I got incarcerated.
Floyd Mayweather Jr., 10F, 174-53.
Once again, no pictures, just hearsay and allegations. And I signed a plea
And
bargain.
we continue our breaking news of the Mayweather incarceration. Boxing champ, former Olympian Floyd Mayweather Jr. just surrendered in a Clark County courtroom.
2 months later, Mayweather was a free man. His appreciation for his life renewed, he went back to work.
And one of the things, Roger, his uncle, was special for years. But then his father came back in due to health issues on Roger's part and got Floyd back to being the defensive artist that he had been for the vast majority of his career.
At age 36, Mayweather would square off against unbeaten champion Canelo Alvarez.
I have been in a lot of arenas since the 1980s for big fights. Few have been as electric as this one.
Watch him fight. The guy is defensively spectacular.
Yeah.
And when you watch him stand in front of Canelo, Canelo throws a left, he's over here, he throws a right, he's over here. Pop!
If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
I think of him as the Nightcrawler. Like, you know, he's just teleporting around you.
Nightcrawler from X-Men?
Yeah, X-Men.
This dude picks you apart.
He's just showing, he just like shows up suddenly right next to you, right?
Oh, it's
he
genius.
disappears and shows up right next to you.
And by the way, he must have some kind of power because no one walks through him to get him. Whatever it is that he's doing, he embarrasses dude.
Mayweather remains money in Las Vegas.
In favor of the winner of the Super Welterweight Championship of the world, Floyd Mayweather.
After 12 rounds, Floyd was the obvious victor. Mayweather grossed a record $40 million for the fight.
Yes, but even if you retire with a perfect record, if you don't fight Pacquiao, then people will say he didn't take on the other best. Whether you're 1 and he's 1A or the other way around, they need to fight each other.
The enormity of this event has no doubt been amplified by the fact that it's the first true fight of the century type showdown of the social media age.
After years of back and forth, Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao were finally set to fight. The fight drew a record live gate of $72 million and a record of 4.7 million pay-per-view buys.
It can be argued that this one thus far has been defined by the balance sheet. Let's take a look at some of the projections for a fight that reportedly could generate as much as $400 million in revenue. That would surpass the GDPs of 29 different countries.
And the millions watching around the world.
Boom, perfect timing.
Let's get ready to rumble!
The two premier boxers of their generation going head-to-head in the fight that so many said would never happen. Here it is, at last, it is happening. 16,000 people here in the arena. Millions watching around the world. And the biggest fight of the century is on.
Not always been a quick start.
Hard right hand again by Mayweather. He's landed 2 clean right hand shots in the first round. The need to develop angles and not come straight down the middle.
Well, a real moment of success for Pacquiao. Mayweather felt that.
Everyone was saying for years I was scared and Floyd will lose and Floyd is a coward, Floyd is a chicken. You guys were all those stories. I made you guys eat your words.
Jim, I have Mayweather comfortably ahead. I think he's won most of the rounds. That's why what you just saw.
But instead, it's Mayweather has just turned this into a clinic. Pacquiao bravely going on till the end, but that is it. The richest fight in the sport's history is over.
And still undefeated.
It's Floyd Mayweather's night.
4 months later, Floyd won on points over Andre Berto.
Floyd Mayweather, love him or loathe him, a maestro.
Then rode off into the sunset. He was 38 years old, 49-0. Floyd would return again to face UFC star Conor McGregor in a fight that was more spectacle than anything else.
Pay-per-view sales will likely be the largest ever. Mayweather, the overwhelming favorite, is eyeing a $200 to $300 million payday.
When it was all said and done, Floyd would earn a reported $275 million.
Notorious Conor McGregor! Floyd Money Mayweather!
We did so many record-breaking numbers, we don't no longer call it pay-per-view, we call it May-per-view.
We talking about $1 billion fight. We talking about $1 billion fight.
Conor McGregor. So the biggest boxing fight I think in history just happened, what, a week ago?
Yes.
Floyd coasted to the mid-rounds, where the UFC fighter became gassed. Mayweather pounced on him and won his 50th victory by way of TKO. His legacy is complete. 50-0, undefeated. Money Mayweather, the first billionaire boxer in history. His impact on the business will be felt in the sport for generations.
And still the undefeated champion of the world, Floyd Money Mayweather.
Nobody brings it home like Joe Vincent. Nobody. Make it so.